welcome to another Doctor Who episode by episode review. So, let's take a look at the Seeds of Doom. Last time, if you haven't watched, I reviewed the Talons of Weng and Chiang. This time, I'm going to be reviewing the Seeds of Doom. Yes, that's another Tom Baker story, but Tom Baker is a fantastic Doctor, and we all know that he's the most iconic. So yes, we are taking a look at Tom and Elizabeth in the Seeds of Doom, and this is going to be one hell of a good story. So, starting off, we basically have the Doctor arriving at an office, is it, of UNIT, as an expedition in, is it the North Pole, have found that there's a plant that, or some sort of egg type plant, has been found, and it's not from Earth. So yes, so the Doctor and Sarah fly to the North Pole, find out what's going on. They also find that there's this plant has affected one of the members of the team. So the Doctor goes and sees the injured. Well, he's not really injured. He's sort of transforming into this monster. And then you have a very strange man, called Mr. Chase. Yes, who's played by a brilliant actor, and there's actually a lot of good actors in this story. You've got John Challis, lovely man. I didn't realise until the other day that my mum's best friends are friends with him. So yes, hopefully I can meet him one day in person and go around his house, have a cup of tea. But anyway, carrying on, going back to this, Seeds of Doom. Yes, the story goes that this mad man, basically, who loves plants, is trying to capture this plant in the North Pole. So he takes Scorby and this scientific fella, and they have to go over there, and yes, they basically find that this plant is not really a plant, but some sort of off-world type alien creature it becomes. So they bring it back to Mr. Chase's house, and they don't do that easily. They sort of they captured Sarah Jane, stick her in a shed, and put a couple of bombs around it and make sure she's dead. But unfortunately, this man here saves her day, and they go back to London, find that it's been stolen by this guy, Mr. Chase, and they end up running around his house and trying to get this plant, which affects another person, which is the scientist that went with Scorby to the expedition in the North Pole. So yes, he's infected. He turns into a monster, and basically it's a catastrophe as he turns into this big heck of a monster, crushes the house. But before that, he turns into this, which is actually a very overly painted green costume from the Axos. Anyway, carrying on. Yes, so we find that this alien creature has now been taken over, and somehow, Mr. Chase goes madly insane with it. He thinks he's a plant, and well, he ends up sort of dead. Yes. There's very good unit story this as well. They were going to cast Nicholas Courtney, but he was a bit busy at the time. But so they sort of made it like the Brigadier has gone on holiday. He's gone to on a mission somewhere. So they've been left with a couple of soldiers and a lieutenant. So yes, they sort of it's another unit story back in this. The storyline is fantastic. Can't go wrong with it. The actors fantastic. They're just brilliant. Also producer Philip Hinchcliffe again, fantastic. The writer for this, Robert Banks Stewart, he did a fantastic job at writing this. Yeah. So anyway, we sort of come to the end of this story. It's a 6-part story, I think. If I'm right, I might be wrong. Could be 4. Yeah, it's a 6-part story. Yes, if you want the DVD of this, it's on Amazon or eBay for £8 roughly. Yeah, can't remember how much I paid for it, but yeah, it's a fantastic story. I recommend it to anybody. Good story, good scenes in it, brilliant storytelling, and the best cheer for Doctor Who, basically. You've got Tom Baker at his best. You've got Elizabeth Sladen at her best. You've got basically everything in this story. The plot is fantastic. 10 out of 10 for this. It's one of those stories that are up there with I was just going to say Genesis of the Daleks, but that's not the number 1 story, is it? It's up there with Pyramids of Mars and Terror of the Zygons, really. So yes, a fantastic story. Absolutely loved it. Couldn't agree more. It's just brilliant in every way, actually. A couple of scenes, bit on the rough side, but you know, it's 1976, 1976. It's Saturday Tea Time, 1976, all over again. So basically, yeah, fantastic story. Can't go wrong with it. And that's all I can say about this story. My next review will be on the fantastic Jon Pertwee story, The Silurians. Yes, so look out for that next time. Doctor Who and the Silurians from next episode review. So hope you've enjoyed this. I told it a bit better than Tales of Weng-Chiang, actually, because I'm like doing 2 reviews a day, so this would be right after Tales of Weng-Chiang. And tomorrow we might get to see Silurians, but it could be a bit later as I am working. So yes, thank you very much for watching. Hope you've enjoyed this review. Subscribe for more, and bye for now.